Hey everybody, Steven here, and today a different video for my Satisfactory playthrough videos that I do. This is really just a reaction to the latest video, just got dropped, like an hour ago, and this is from Coffee Stain Studios. So as you can see with the title, gases are coming to update 4, so we're going to kind of react to this video here. Let's go ahead and get it started.
Hey everyone, my name is Jason. I'm the other community manager at Coffee Stain Studios, and today, you've read the title of the video, you know what this is about. Gases are coming to update 4. This is super exciting. I'm sure a lot of you are excited to hear this, but I do want to just manage expectations a little bit here before your mind runs off with all the possibilities, okay? So first of all, we say gases are coming, but in reality, only one gas is coming. More gases will come later, but this is the introduction of gases to Satisfactory. So in Update 4, there's only going to be one gas that's going to come to begin with. The other thing is the gases will, for the most part, just function like liquids. So they're kind of just going to... They're not going to change the game in the same way that liquids and pipes did in Update 3. But with gases does come a bunch of new stuff, and we can start talking about that now. So,
Okay, so one gas, but obviously the implication is that a lot more coming with the way they're tiering this up. With the complexity, the game with update 4 is going to be completely different. This is that next level of complexity, but I'm wondering what it's gearing towards as we make all of these parts, because as they do become more and more complex, the amount of factories, the size and scale, which people are already making huge factories, I can only imagine what it's going to grow to. Hopefully with the engine update, that makes that easier, because I know a lot of people like Kibitz are running into problems where they're literally reaching the max that the game can handle with everything that they've built in the world. So I'm curious as to how much they can scale that with the engine, and then how far do they take this? Are we making, like, at the end of it, in my mind when they started talking about this, I started thinking like, oh, we're going to be building like vehicles and mechs, and you'll see those components kind of coming together slowly for that, or I don't know what it's going to be, but it seems like it's building towards something massive. But here we go.
So the gas that's coming is going to be nitrogen gas. With it will be a new...
Okay, huge new resource wells. Seeing these pop up in different areas too, and just looking at the diagram here, one, you get a good look at oil, nitrogen, and then water, which that'll be interesting to see in areas where paired with something we need water, but it's too far away, so you're piping it all the way in, and now you don't have to do that as much. And you can see the other picture over here where you have two new parts, which he's about to talk about.
New resource node type that you will extract the gas from, and you will do that via a new extraction method. So there will be 3 kinds of resource wells, nitrogen gas, of course, but also water and oil. And the extraction method for these will require 2 new buildings. Resource well...
Okay, before he gets too far ahead. So resource well pressurizer, and then resource well extractor. He's going to explain how these work, but we do get to kind of sit here and look at that. The design team, by the way, when they come up with the look of these machines, they look so cool, but these being new to the game, just the new look, it looks really, really cool in my opinion. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section here. These are first drafts: excess pressure vent, pressure smasher, symmetrical triangular shape, fluid input, secondary nodes, right? And then obviously the building foundation, and then you have the extractor there, and then main is in the middle, and then off of that it branches off, and then you'll actually have those resource well extractors. So
well extractor and resource well pressurizer. The way this works is you get the resource well pressurizer, you place that on a well, it's going to pressurize the well, and then at various locations in the area, the resource is going to start spewing out of the ground. Whoop, hit the mic a little bit. Got a little carried away. Resources are going to spew out from the ground. You grab your resource well extractors, you put them on those locations, and you start piping whatever you have back to wherever you need it to be. And because you can pipe from all these different locations at the same time, it's a lot higher resource output rate actually via the wells than the traditional methods. That's talking more for water and oil there. Now,
that's a big deal, right? So higher output, and what he's going to talk about next, I believe, is interesting, because obviously this game is still in development, but Update 4 is supposed to come out next month, potentially, and they still haven't decided on this next big thing.
Now, the gases, like I said, would travel through pipes. from the resource well extractors. There is a potential change we might make here, though. We're not fully sure yet, but this is our plan. We're thinking of changing the way headlift behaves for gases in pipes. In fact, probably just removing it completely so that you won't need pumps to move gases around. So that maybe that makes sense. Let me know what you think in the comments below. But, this, even though we're pretty close to the release of Update 4, this is still kind of like, this is game dev. Sometimes you still don't know the concrete answer of things up until the last minute, which is sometimes why we're vague about things, because we don't know what's going on.
So, with that, what do you guys think? Do they need pumps or not? I don't think they need pumps. I mean, it still works in the same way, but for gas, once you pressurize it, it's different. I think about that, and then I think about like maybe a different part that's not a pump, but it's similar, but it's specific to gases that you could use. I also think it'd be cool if they had in the future like clear piping. I know when you build a pipe, you get the pumps that are built into it and you can see the color based off of what it is. But maybe larger sections, or if you could build certain parts, and this is really just for the aesthetics of it, where you could see the water, the oil, not just the liquid that's in it, but in the gas too. And maybe it's a different color based off the gas. I just think that'd be cool.
Anyway, so that's the resource well extraction method, the resource wells, and the new gas. You might be wondering, what will gases be used for? They're going to be used for, the creation of new parts and stuff. They're going to be tied into the blender actually quite a lot. So if you check the, I'll put a link up here. We made a like a teaser video of the blender last week that came out.
So I covered that in a video. Interesting, because I thought it was just with the blender, it was two liquids. Well, you had a part in a liquid, right? Not thinking about gas even being potentially part of this at all. So blew away my expectations on that. But yeah, just looking at the blender and seeing that everything that's coming into it. And like I said, this next level of complexity with the factories that we're going to be building
on our YouTube channel here. Yeah, so the blender is going to be making use of the nitrogen gas, and some examples of some parts that are going to be the nitrogen will be responsible for will be the fused modular frame. This was actually teased over the Fixmas Advent calendar. Some people could get it, and if you read the description, there's kind of a teaser in there that nitrogen was a thing. So yes, you can use nitrogen to create fused modular frames. There'll be.
I actually read that, totally dismissed it because I had the I have one and I just totally dismissed that. Didn't pay attention at all.
The cooling system, which is going to be a new part.
Okay, cooling system. How cool does that look? Right? To see that part come out. And it's weird because as they've shown these new parts that are more complex, it just seems even the more complex things that you have in the game now, supercomputers and things like that, I don't know, it just makes them seem more simplistic now as we're actually tearing up into these. But if you look at the top there, it looks like we have nitrogen gas, and then you'll actually have the heat sink with that. Two different options. It looks like they went with option A, which you can actually see the heat sinks on both, and then the nitrogen fits in the middle there. Very cool looking.
All right, and there's going to be nitric acid as well, which will be responsible for some new refinement and fuel production processes.
Fuel refinement with that, right? So nitric acid. So yeah, I'm assuming that is probably going to be a byproduct that we'll have to figure out how we're going to use that.
Yeah, so that's all there is with gases for now. I hope this is interesting. I hope you like that, and I'm looking forward to it. This is going to add a little bit more complexity to the game, more parts,
a lot more
things to do, you guys. Yeah, really excited to see what you guys think of this. So please let me know in the comments below. If you liked the video, hit like, consider subscribing, and I will see you next week. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.
All right, so that is it. Great picture to end on. So let me know what you guys think also, because this is really just me covering this, sharing my thoughts, but then also trying to get some dialogue going with people in the comment section about the game, because it is one of the ones that's kind of taken over other games that I have been playing, where I'm just playing Satisfactory a lot more. And I'm really right now prepping for Update 4. I'm trying to get a lot of things done because I know it's about to get a lot more complex. And I'm only 200 hours in, right? I'm not where you look at other people and they're 1,000, 2,000 hours in on the game. So I still have a lot to learn, lot in terms of building of my factory that I need to get done, but this is going to make it so I know I'm going to have to be redoing a lot of different things. So fun prospect with doing all of that, but also making me a little bit nervous for how much I'm going to have to tear down and completely redo. So that's going to be it for this video. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. If you like the video, hit the like button for me. If you want to continue to follow along with all my content, hit the subscribe button for me. Thanks so much for watching.